Okay, we are good and we are live, so I will welcome everyone to this March 2nd, 2026 meeting of the Morgan County Council. We'll call it to order. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance with Troy Sprinkle, and Vicki, if you would, you'd say a prayer, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, we do thank you for our opportunity to live in a land of freedom and one nation under God. And may we all know that and live by that, and our work on earth here be pleasing to you. Dear Lord, we thank you that we can serve you, that we can serve our government, that our work be pleasing to our constituents. And dear Lord, we just pray that you be with those who need healing. And in whatever way, dear Lord, that the homeless be housed, the hungry be fed, and people around the world be safe. And all these things we pray in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Vicki. Okay, let the record show that all council members are present and accounted for. And the first item on our agenda tonight are the minutes from the February 2nd meeting. Does anyone have any comments or changes, corrections? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve those, please.
Ron Polk will make a motion that we approve the February 2nd meeting minutes.
Is there a second?
Troy Sprinkle will second.
Thank you both. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, those are passed. Okay. Yes, so there was a clerk's report that is included in our packet, and if there's no questions, we'll just note that in the record that we received that. Okay. Move on into our next section of additional appropriations. The first additional appropriation is one for Monroe Township EMS Station Fund in the amount of $107,202.74. Is there anyone that wants to present that, explain that, or tell us why we should or should not approve that?
I wasn't sure if I was covering this or Kyle. This is I think it was the final payment from the developer up at West Point for the construction of the Monroe Township EMS station. So this money came in December, but we had to wait until after the first of the year to appropriate it.
Is this the last payment?
I believe it is.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Are there any questions or comments on this amount? Hearing none, would someone like to make a motion?
Troy Sprinkle make the motion to approve this additional appropriation.
Is there a second?
Melissa Green will second.
We have a first and a second. No further comment. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. Next is an additional appropriation from the Rainy Day Fund to cover Public Works bot for $1 million. Commissioner Collier, I see approaching the podium.
I didn't know if Kyle was on to cover that. That could be like start the running theme of getting out of doing presentations. Hello, my friends on the council. How are we this evening?
Good.
Until somebody asks us for $1 million.
If I had $1 million, tonight I come before you. The ball's already been rolling. We've already done some upgrades to the boiler system and making sure that what we had to purchase so that we'd have heat this winter will retrofit into the upgrades that we're about to do on this building that was completed in '96 is what I was told. So it is time for an upgrade. Tonight, the $1 million, if you'll recall back on the bot that we've discussed under Exhibit F, this is for the architectural design. This will get this going. We've already had several meetings over the course of the year to make pieces of the puzzle fit together. So a lot of the design's already to the forefront, but now they formally get to say where the 2x4s go, where the outlets go, and whatnot. So once we get that, progress on the historic courthouse, new admin building is progressing quite well. Very pleased with what I've seen from the inside and very impressed with the workmanship. If you can see it in the daytime, they took the scaffolding down off the clock tower, and the top of it just, I told Audrey was driving and I was riding, I said, stop. It just popped, and I know I'm probably a nerd looking at that type of architectural stuff, but just knowing what was in it, and it was long overdue. That building has been neglected long enough. I had Deb help me today. She probably doesn't want to be in the AI minutes, but I had Deb help me today dig up several minutes of previous commissioner meetings from 68
Oh, my God.
to 73, talking about how we needed to do, how the commissioners at that time needed to look at possibly building something at the fairgrounds, moving, vacating. It's just interesting that it took 50 years. So I'm proud to say, with all the concerns that many raise up, I hear you, and I did a little speech today that Deb informed me it wasn't so little, it was about 12 minutes. And I get it. When I go to the grocery store and Audrey and I come home and we can both carry the bags I have a detached garage, and we can both do it in both hands, and it's close to $500, I just look at her and go, thank goodness we're not feeding Jonathan and the two girls. So I hear people and I feel, but this was long overdue. County government's not gonna go away, and those facilities needed upgraded. And this is the start, well, it's just a continuation of starting repurposing this building here. I'm excited about it. I feel like we're in the fourth turn of a 400-meter race, and we're not quite out of the fourth turn, but we're coming into it. And I think we get this one behind us, should be completed by 2029. And we have done a great job of investing and upgrading our facilities, not only for the employees that work here every day, but more importantly, their bosses, the taxpayers. So I'd ask for your blessing tonight to have $1 million come out of the rainy day. And once again, before I shut up, and it'll kind of touch upon what's on the next thing in the agenda. Mr. Messmer helped immensely with this county in looking at ways to help do these type of projects. And one of them is that we got to where we were laddering investments and doing things and getting better interest rates. And so I'm proud with your cooperation and blessing that Bot 4, which is this building here, should not be levied or bonded. I think we'll have enough through our savings, our investments, and being conservative. Even though people see the capital improvements as maybe not being conservative, I told them if they want to call me a rhino for doing capital projects and not passing something that should have been done between 68 and 73 on to 2050, and my grandkids, and or my great-grandkids, and I don't even have grandkids, I don't think that's fiscally responsible. We need the facility upgrades today. We needed them 50 years ago. I've got minutes to prove it. We just didn't get it done. So as a commissioner and as taxpayer, I'd like to thank this board for allowing us to go forward. And I'd ask for your blessing for $1 million out of rainy day for the architectural design.
Brian, can you give us an estimate of what this final bot project cost is going to be, the total cost?
$15,500,580.
Say that again.
$15,500,580. And that's what we've charged everyone involved. That I said, no way will it be $81, $15,500,580. That's it. and it's got to be completed for
As
that.
far as timing, this project, the last bot, won't get started until after the courthouse is completely finished, or what are your thoughts there?
In essence, when we okayed the boilers, we started this one.
That's true.
We're just not going to kick everybody out until we get over there, but they will move, we'll pass each other in moving. It will be a continuation, let's flow and get her done.
And when is the courthouse?
Spring of next year, tentatively around the 1st of April.
Thank you.
And they're on target?
Yes.
Tracking?
Is this 1 million included in that 15,580?
Yes.
Okay.
Any further comments, questions for Commissioner Collier?
Done here.
Write a check? You said something about writing a check?
Yeah,
Okay, out of your own bank account.
absolutely. All day long. It'll bounce like a rubber ball.
All right. Hearing no further comments or questions, does anyone have a motion to make?
Kim Meredith will make a motion to approve the $1 million from the rainy day fund towards the beginning of the bot work for bot 4.
Okay, is there a second?
Melissa Green will second it.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second. Any last comments? No? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign? All right, thank you. Motion approved unanimously. Yes, Vicki?
I just want to say, spent a lot of time across the street at the museum. When they were working on this judicial center, I was highly impressed with them working in and outside in all kinds of weather. I will say the same for that crew up there at the courthouse. Some of the coldest, windiest days I think I've ever seen. They were up on that roof working and on that clock tower working, and
I agree. They
They're-
appear to be
they're a
very efficient
dedicated
and
crew.
effective.
yeah.
That's good.
Rest as well. Good job, Vicki.
Okay, let's move on. The next item is another additional appropriation in the amount of $24,000 for consulting for economic development. From talking with Linda, this is actually money that the Morgan County Economic Development Corporation has given to the county so that the services of Josh Meshmer can be used throughout the rest of this year. Is that, okay. So this is money that we've received from the EDC, and we're going to now appropriate it, if we approve it, for Josh's services. Any further comments from you on that, or? Can someone answer just why are his services still needed?
That's what I was gonna say. What is that getting us?
Well, thank you for asking. As I tried to convey in a recent interview, had Mr. Messmer stayed, we have a contingency plan for key players to cross-train before they leave. And I made the comment this morning, when Deb leaves, so do I. So if she leaves before my term's up, I promise I quit the day before.
I've got her handcuffed to the desk. So you're
Yeah,
okay.
thank you, thank you. When Mr. Messmer had the opportunity to go, the wheels of government are slow to find the right person to replace him. And since he's sitting behind me, I won't tell you that I think we did a good job of finding the right person to replace him. Kyle's doing an excellent job. But it's not fair to Kyle to come in on the heels of somebody who's been here as long. Josh had set up a ton, not only with the investments that I alluded to just a minute ago, but, I mean, a lot of people know he was an engineer, but a lot of people don't know that he had a master's in engineering. A lot of people don't know that while he was working with a house full of 5 and growing, he was working on a master's in finance through Purdue Global. He did an excellent job of helping to lead so many of these projects. And then with COVID and the influx of money that had to go to capital projects, such as the EMS stations and some of the other projects that we've undergone, which adds to all the capital improvements that we've been doing as a collective body. Mr. Messmer, with his engineering and his analytical mind, was very good on staying up on top of that. Josh and I, we had a morning call, an afternoon call, and an evening call for the years that I've been commissioner. And unfortunately for Josh, we also had some weekend calls, especially on Sunday before I'd come in on Monday morning, just so that we could be on the same page, especially with the numbers that we're bringing in front of the council. Because being on the council for 23 years and watching the growth and all the spending, some people will say spending, I would say investing. Spending's when I go out and I buy an ice cream cone, eat it, and it's gone. Investing's when I go out and buy an ice cream machine and I can eat ice cream for a long time. We have been investing in ourselves. Mr. Messmer was key in that, and had he been able to stick on for the 3 months to train Kyle, and I alluded to this today, if you look at the salary, the benefits and whatnot, Josh gave up about $12,000 on the county side of the contract. This right here, the Morgan County Economic Development Corporation wanted to continue their services with him on helping to do some of the capital projects that are going across the county. And they said that they wanted to retain him too. It was only after we worked out the retaining that it became kind of cloudy and the attorneys got involved, and it was just simpler to have one boss. That's us. I kind of like it this way, so Josh still has to answer my phone call. So that is why I'm in front of you. Josh is answering the phone calls. We spoke today after the meeting. You know, he still sits in on the final phases and the completion of Bot 3. He was instrumental in outlining and coming up with the budget and getting Bot 4 going before he left. At the end of this year, there will be approximately 3 to 4 months left on Bot 3, which is the historic courthouse, new administration building. I keep saying that so we don't get citizens lost. And by then, I'm very comfortable and confident that Kyle will be up to speed. Had we kept Josh on for 3 months, we had paid him a whole lot more than what we are paying him. So we got a deal there, and he got to go on and do what he's doing.
Just for the record, I know Josh's new employer, there's no conflict of interest, right, between the county and his new employer, and no?
Well, you're asking a politician if you ask social media that question, and I guarantee you he will not make a dime in his capacity with his new employer on any activity that was already in place when he left.
Okay,
We've hammered that because it can look how it can look. We're very conscientious of that.
Any other questions?
The total pay is like 48,000 though, right? This-
24 from the county and 24 from the Morgan County Economic Development Corp., and they wrote us one check, so they didn't have to get into the world of writing checks and having a separate contract, and it started getting blurred and
Paying half
crossing.
of the
and
contract. Got it.
And Attorney Callagher has reviewed this and blessed it, yeah, okay. Okay. If there's any further comment, is there a motion to be made?
Brian Culp making a motion that we approve the additional appropriation of $24,000 to retain Josh Messmer.
Do I hear a second?
Melissa Green will second.
Melissa Green will second. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collier.
Thank you.
Motion approved unanimously. And okay, one more additional appropriation. This one has to do with our health department. And I see Trish coming forward. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good evening.
If you can explain to us what you're looking for, please.
Absolutely. So last August, I presented our Health First Indiana budget to you guys, the 1161 fund, in the amount of $587,057. That was graciously approved. However, our funding for Health First Indiana in 2026 was only $375,337. So we knew that early on in 2025, and because of that, we decided to suspend our RFP process. We're no longer doing all of our granting processes. We are continuing with one grantee only. And last year, we had 13 grantees. So we're really reducing that program. But basically, to make up this difference, we just need to appropriate funds that we did not spend in 2025 into 2026 to cover our base funding that we need for 2026. And I've worked with Linda closely to look at these numbers. So we need the amount of $210,287.
Okay. Going forward, is there any concerns about being able to sustain that, knowing that we might not have, carryover funds for next year, or?
Yeah.
I know with everything that's going on at the state level, you're probably just taking it 1 year at a time now, which you're forced to, so.
Yeah, no, I've got us through 2027. That's a good question. So in 2025, we were awarded that $1.4 million, doubling that from the $726,000 and change that we were awarded in 2024. So in 2025, because we knew that our funding for 26 and 27 was reduced by 75%, we made sure to we have about $650,000 to spend between 2026 and 2027 in just carryover. So in 2025, we only spent about $750,000 of the $1.4 million, leaving that $650,000. I'm only asking for the $210,000 for this year, which gives us about the $450,000 for next year. So we know that some of our costs will increase just with if salaries increase and that kind of thing. So we just wanted to leave some room. And that also gives us a potential small amount to take into 2028 if needed.
But that wasn't
Very good
anything we
question.
encumbered then from 2025 into 2026?
Had some encumbered,
Okay.
after the encumbered, she's still good to.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yes. The total of $750,000 approximate expenditure for 2025 includes all of the encumbered funds.
Any other questions?
And Linda, you feel good with this? With these numbers? You're okay with these numbers?
These are the cuts that we made right prior to the budget adoption, just so that DLGF would approve.
I'm sorry you're facing such cuts. I hate that for you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's like a cat and mouse game. I mean, it's like they give you and then they take it right away.
Seem to be
It's like-
taking it away more than they're
Yeah.
giving it these days.
I know the session just ended, and I didn't really pay attention to health-related bills that came about. Were there any major changes that they made this year, or any more cuts to your funding, or?
Not regarding the Health First Indiana funding specifically. We have a couple of things that came through for foods. Some home-based vendor changes that are going to come through, some mobile unit things that are happening. Those were some of the bigger ones, but nothing funding related.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, any other further comments, questions? If not, is there a motion anyone would like to make?
Brian Culp will make a motion that we approve the additional appropriation of the $210,287.
Okay, there's a
Troy
first.
Sprinkle was second.
Second by Troy Sprinkle, thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, thank you very
Thank
much,
you very
Trish. Yeah. Okay, that's all the additional appropriations, thank goodness. Let's move.
It's only March.
I don't like those.
I don't like those either.
At least it's not
That was always the
additional.
first thing I looked at, like, how many do we
I
have?
know, yeah. Okay, so now, next up, though, we do have an appropriation transfer from the general fund for recycling. And I see our new director of recycling approaching. Congratulations, Scotty
Thank you.
Manley.
I appreciate that.
yeah.
Thank you. So in the 26 budget for recycling, there was no line item for utilities at the new site. So with the help of Joyce in the auditor's office, we got that line item added. The years of service for the previous director, he had more years than me, so he had more money in that line item. So I'm requesting $750 taken from years of service, put into utilities, which should get us by for a while.
Okay.
And there are some other monies and other line items that could be transferred later if we run short in other areas, so.
There's not much to heat and cool there.
I'm sorry?
I said, there's not much to heat and cool there. You've got a
No.
little cracker box.
We should be all right.
One light bulb will heat it and light it.
I'll keep the lights off.
LED.
Kim Meredith will make a motion to approve the transfer of
Thank you, Kim.
$750 from years of service to utilities as presented.
Vicky Kivett will make that second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this transfer. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. All right.
Thank you, council.
Thank you, Scotty.
Thanks, Scotty.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next up, we'll move into new business. First up is Resolution 2026-3.2, a resolution authorizing the transfer of $5 million to the rainy day fund. Linda, go ahead.
And to help Brian in his request along, right now, we currently have $10,537,287.43 in the rainy day fund.
Say that once
I'm-
more, Linda. I'm sorry. I didn't get it written down. Can you say that number one more time?
$10,537,287.43.
Got it. Thank you.
I am proposing that we transfer $5 million from the general fund to the rainy day fund. This is from the receipt of interest into the general fund during the year of 2025. We received $5,198,109.56. So if we add the $5 million, and we encumbered $271,847.97 for the boiler project, and we just did the additional appropriation for the $1 million for BOT 4, that will leave us with $14,265,439.46.
Okay, thank you. Good. And again, this is just due to the incredible and well-done job of money management and not just letting it sit in a non-interest-bearing checking account, but actually going out and shopping rates and being very prudent with that money. So that's a great thing.
And the local banks were good. They stepped up and
Better.
brought the rates up. And Dan, currently, he is investing this pretty tight and hoping to get another $5 million this year.
I was going to ask you what your guess was for this year. So very good.
Good job,
Be
team.
here. Thank you guys very much. BOT 4 is grateful. Any questions or comments on that before we, all right, does anyone like to make a motion to approve this resolution or?
Make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-3.2, authorizing the transfer of $5 million to the rainy day fund.
Vicky Kivett will make that second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. Yes, right there. There you go. Yeah, don't give me something. Don't forget to ask it back because it will get lost. Okay. Next item under new business is a salary ordinance amendment with a mobile integrated health provider. I believe Mr. Worth is going to come forward and explain this one to us.
Yes, good evening. As you recall, this request is quite simple. As you recall, in February, we approved part-time positions for mobile integrated healthcare through the job committee and your board. The only thing we did not do is add the salary ordinance or amend the salary ordinance to include those positions. So that's our request tonight, is to add those to the salary ordinance. These are already funded under our part-time budget. We're not asking for any money, just line items, so we can fill a position with part-time people and push this program forward.
Any questions, comments for Mr. Worth? Okay. Is there a motion someone would like to make?
Brian Culp will make a motion that we approve the salary ordinance amendment for the mobile integrated health provider and the mobile provider 1 and provider 2.
Sprinkle will second.
Second by Troy Sprinkle. All right, we have a motion and a second to approve that. Any other final comments? None? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, thank you, Brent. Okay. Job Maintenance Committee, weights and measures is our next topic, and here comes Ms. Dury. Good evening, Dury.
Hello.
Or him, please.
I do usually.
Okay.
As you guys are aware, we have replaced our recycling director with Mr. Scotty Manley. That left the weights and measures position open. So after talking with Scotty and Commissioner Collier and Kyle, they decided that, I know that when you guys were talking about this summer for budgeting, you were trying to figure out what to do about a second employee so that that person could have vacations and use their PTO, dental appointments, whatever. So they came up with a solution, and this job description includes all of the weights and measures responsibilities, plus 12 to 15 hours at the recycling center. So this person would be familiar with everything that goes on with the recycling center, be able to work maybe some earlier mornings or late evenings or Saturdays. We just wanted to make sure that it was in here when we did it, but according to Scotty's, let's just say honesty, the weights and measures position did not take 40 hours. And when back in '21, it was part-time. And at that time, when that person left, Josh Messmer had called the state of Indiana, and they said, with a county your size, it really needs to be full-time. So that's why we went full-time. Some of you on the council probably remember that. So that's why we went full-time. And so we think that this might be a really good solution, that we don't have to have another employee, that this person could fill in, and that would be savings for everybody.
So 2 questions. The state doesn't require that to be full-time, the weights and measures?
No, that was the advice that we
Okay.
were given. Yeah, they didn't make it a
The
requirement.
salary for the full-time weights and measures would cover the shared responsibility over at the recycling center?
Correct. We are not asking for any extra
Okay.
money.
And, I mean, whoever that person is would have a great mentor, since they know.
Yes, Scotty
that
has
job.
graciously offered to train the new person for us, which is wonderful because, can I brag on Scotty a little bit? He did a really good job when he came over. The job was just like, there was nothing. And he came in, he got it organized, and he uses Ziptility, I think, and took care of it, and he's done a really good job. So we're anticipating that he'll be able to transfer those skills to his new position, plus help the person coming in.
I mean, I feel like that's what we're trying to aim for, is efficiency.
I think this is a no-brainer. We're saving having to pay benefits to a
great.
second person, and, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Manley, for your honesty and coming forward and bringing that to light. So I would encourage all county employees to do that.
Is there any statistics available to give to us how many site visits and scales and all that the county's responsible for on a yearly basis?
He can't hear very well. You'll have to talk
I
louder.
know that Scotty gives a report to the commissioners, and if that's possible, that's something that he could maybe have for you next week, next time you meet.
Next month, yeah. I'd be interested in seeing that.
Could we maybe have a report for them for next time?
Scotty was very thorough. He even came to my place of business and tested my little scale I use to measure people shredding, which goes up to like 30 pounds, I think, or something. So, I mean, he's very thorough.
Was. And people liked him. I mean, I got a lot of compliments. People would tell me, they said, Scotty Manley's doing a great job. He's very friendly, very professional, and we appreciate that. You represented the county well in that position.
Thanks, Scotty.
Have we set hours for the recycle plant?
Scotty has brought what he thinks, he's visited several recycling plants, and he has brought what he thinks would be a good schedule to the commissioners, but it's not set yet.
But it'll be some Saturdays, like
Some
till noon.
Saturday, and they're talking about possibly one evening a week going later.
And what is the estimated time of opening? Everyone, I think this has been talked about, but just to say again for the
Oh,
public's.
when the office might open and accept recycling.
That's all right.
We're going to start calling you Mr. Adams.
We're hoping mid-April.
Sorry, Don, if you're watching.
I turned it up, I still can't hear. We're hoping mid-April.
I have recommended, based upon the fact, Brian Collier, 190 North 4th Street, I've recommended that we have a very soft opening to get our feet back in here. I mean, we have reports that people have a whole garage full of cardboard. We have reports of a
Because it's been how long now? No, it's can't.
Year
years.
and a half?
And so, you know, we have met to, on trying to get the word out, so that Scotty doesn't get beat up when I bring my batteries and my paints and everything else that we're not recycling.
Yeah.
What kind of recycling center is this? It's just like we've had, just more controlled. So we still, I'm very nervous about this, and I've expressed that. I don't want this set up for failure. You got pent up a bottleneck
Demand, yeah.
situation, and at the same time, you know, people still, even within the Collier household, feel that you can recycle a greasy pizza box. You cannot. So just trying to educate and control and make people happy that, you know, it'll take a little bit, but just trying to get the education out there. We've tried to get some things ready for Facebook, and we got some stories rolling. So
Early and often is my recommendation.
right, and so Mr. Adams has stated April, and I told him I probably won't be available for the first half of April at all. If we open the doors, I'm pushing for like the 1st of May and give us a couple weeks that we don't fly the banners and the kites, and just word of mouth will go fast enough.
Oh, yeah.
Then we can do a ribbon cutting or something later, once we give Scotty a chance to figure out if that one light bulb's gonna keep him warm enough to and take the tickets in.
That's all you got, Scotty.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yes, we're addressing that. Anything else for recycling?
No, I think if there's no more questions,
How are you going to determine if they're Morgan County residents that are dumping there?
Other than their license plates, I don't know if we can ask for IDs or, I don't know. Good question.
I think some other counties do ask for some form of ID.
I'm pretty sure Hendricks County does.
I'll look into that with the other counties,
Yeah.
see how they.
But I think that's an important factor.
I do too.
You know, we're funding it, let it be for our people.
Because that's a pretty public spot where it's at, that their word's going to get out, and they'll be saying, oh, let's take ours there. So you'll have,
I'll look into that and get back with you all on that.
yeah. Thank you, Scotty.
Yep, thank you.
Good luck.
any further comments, questions? We do need to approve this job description.
So for the record, the Job Maintenance Committee met prior to this meeting, and we did approve.
Thank you. Would you like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve it.
We have a motion by Troy Sprinkle. Is there a second?
A second. I'm sorry, Brian.
Kim got it.
Sorry.
A second by Kim Meredith. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Nope. Motion passes unanimously.
Could I
Thank
have
you.
a few more minutes of your time?
Please, yes, I know you, yeah.
Okay. You have a sheet that looks like this that was added to your packet.
Yeah.
So last meeting, we decided that if I did a report, that you guys would be willing not to have us come before you for every posting. So this is what I came up with. Give you a second to look at it or two. Part of what I would like to keep doing, which I think will be very interesting, is in January and February, you see how many years of service walked out the door. That was a lot. And then the savings from the PTO policy. That was a lot as well. Current open positions, I did this on the 24th, which was, what was that, Friday? And so those might have changed a little bit. We have filled several positions this last month. One of them being because they're working on the EMT station to get that open. And some months are just like that. Next month, it might not be but a couple. And then transfers and promotions, I thought you guys would like to see those with names.
No, I do. I'm a numbers guy, so I appreciate this, and it's always interesting to me, so I like it. I like it.
So far, our turnover rate is not nearly as high as it normally is. So for the year, it's usually 24%.
Interesting.
And now it's only 9 point, it's 9% and 7%. So it's not nearly as high.
What do you contribute that to?
I think that people are seeing they need their jobs.
Just now?
They're not hopping from one to the other.
And maybe we have the right people in the right places, too.
Well, okay, so let me put a plug in for, I have this tool that I've been using called MPO training. And it's through John Barrett and Legacy. And I feel like that has really helped because it helps fit.
Like with retention, or like, is it an assessment for
It's
new hires?
picking the right people.
Okay, good.
Picking the right people, because you can make a generic job description and put it in there for what is the perfect person for this job. And then you can match people up against it. And I feel like it's been helpful.
And do
It's
you
been very
discover that just in interviews, or is that in, like, do they have to fill out a questionnaire or something?
It's an assessment. It takes 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be happy to send it to the council if they
I
would
would love
like
to
to
see
do
it.
it.
Even for my, like,
Okay.
day job, I'm interested.
Okay, it's really good. So there are other ones out there that are like DISC that John Barrett does, and some of the others. This one seems to be even more accurate.
Nice.
It does
That's
a
good.
really good job.
Have the right
So
people.
Is that like a
I'll have
personality
Lindsay do that.
profile thing? Is it like a
What?
personality profile thing
Greg
that
Meyer.
where you fit based on your type A or type B or?
Yes, only this goes by like you're the pioneer, you're the coordinator. It's just different names
Right.
for that. But it does a communication one. Like if I'm talking to Melissa, this is how I can communicate with her. And I can use maybe this word and that will get her because that's what she's listening
Those
for.
are trigger words, right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So it helps with communication. It can also help with talent. Like maybe you are good at waiting the counter in the auditor's office, but it's really low on your talent. Customer service is really low. So even though you could be really good at it, it might wear you out.
You don't like it, right? It's not-
So it kind of talks to several of those things. So it does personality, communication, and talent.
Have you done this on Collier?
That was my
I
question.
can't get him to do it.
And he still has a job?
I sent it to him twice, he hasn't done it. The sheriff's office, they use it, and they have their own, but they use it a lot. I have found, like, I'll use the maintenance department as an example. So it's called a right match, so you create this profile, and then you do a right match, so I put in all the people, and our turnover in the maintenance department stopped.
I love that. So we use Core Strengths, and I can go into Core Strengths, and I can look at any employee in my daytime job company, and then I can see how they like communication, how they like conflict resolution, and things like that. So does everyone in the county have visibility to it, or is it just like an HR thing, or a hiring manager thing?
Be happy to share it with the managers. Some care about it, some don't.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty neat. I'm glad you're doing it.
So this will be our third year having it, and we have, it's just been very helpful. One of my goals this year for Kyle made us do goals. One of my goals this year is to utilize it more.
Good. Good feedback.
Any questions on the
Thanks for doing
Report.
that, Victory.
So will you
Appreciate
give
that.
this to us every month?
That's my goal.
Okay. That's your goal?
Yeah,
Did you write that down?
I did.
Date, Drury.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that ends new business. In other business, we were notified this last month that, by our county librarian, that there is an opening on the library board. And so we will, and it's the council appointment, so we will need to make an appointment. I was contacted by an interested party, a gentleman by the name of Matt Bolton. I believe he lives, I think he lives in Jefferson Township. But he's an attorney by trade. He actually has previous experience working on the library board in Brownsburg, Indiana, so he kind of has some good familiarity with that. So I was impressed by him, is what I'm saying. I think he would be a good fit for the spot.
Good resume.
Krista, have any comments?
Is she still here?
She's here.
Oh, Krista, would you like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you over there. Welcome.
I mainly came along in case there are any questions. I have met with Mr. Bolton. Seems like a very nice man. I also contacted the director of the Brownsburg Library to kind of get a reference, and she was very happy with his service. So I would be happy to have him on our board.
Great. Thanks, Krista.
And
Appreciate you
it's-
being here, too.
And we're good to make the appointment now, right? I mean, the
Yes.
person that we're replacing has already resigned and.
She
it's-
has,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Unfortunately, Mrs. Kratulis has had some really bad health issues. and
How
her-
many years was she trustee? Several?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this was her third term, so she's probably been on there 9 years, a little over 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But her, unfortunately, is having memory problems, and it's kind of sad. If any of you know Mary Kratulis, she's
She's
always
good
been
people,
such a bright, sharp person, and it's kind of sad to see her now, so.
Yep. Well, we thank her for her service.
Yes, we do.
Certainly. Would anyone care to make a motion then, or?
Make the motion to appoint Matt Bolton to the Morgan County Public Library Board.
All right, thank you, Melissa.
Vicki Kivett will make that second.
Second by Vicki. Any final comments, questions? If not, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right.
All right.
Good
I'll
luck.
just need you to fill out the top part of that form that I sent
I will
y'all.
make sure
And
we'll
if
get
you
that
get
to
it
you.
over to me, I'll get him sworn in and filed with the clerk and everything.
Thank you for the
All
work
right.
you do, Krista.
All right. Thank
Fabulous
you.
job.
Krista.
Thank you. Okay, that's the end of our agenda. Is there anyone from the public that would like to come up and make a comment tonight? I'd like to present that every meeting, so just to put it out there. Going once, going twice, okay. I will mention, and I sent this out as an email, but our district meeting with the AIC is coming up April 9th over in Greencastle again, so please check your calendars, and if you can make it. I know Melissa and I have already planned, and I think Troy maybe will be there. So
Vicki and
if
I
you
will be
can be there, yeah, make sure and that Linda knows, and she will get us registered.
Will we carpool?
And we can arrange a carpool, sure, sure. But those are always, especially I think with the session just ending, this will be a good time to get caught up on what changes we need to be aware of, so.
Glad they're having this after session. Me too. Because they haven't always, so.
Absolutely. Any other comments from council?
There being none, I will make a motion that we adjourn until, when is it, April 6th?
Kim Meredith will second that motion.
In a second to adjourn, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed?